Let's go to the money desk now here on Today with my colleague Devin Morgan, our business editor. Good afternoon, Devin. I see that this strike that has started at Transnet could have some serious implications for the economy. Tell us more.
Well, I mean, it's interesting you mentioned that, Bradian, because just yesterday we had the Minerals Council say that, look, because of the inefficiencies of ports and the railway lines that Transnet owns, we're losing 50 billion rand so far this year only in opportunity costs. So you can imagine if there's a strike and you have further movement of cargo halted, what that could be. But let's get the background of why the strike is there in the first place. Well, it could bruise the economy further, and that strike is underway at Transnet now. Two unions unhappy with the Transnet wage increase offer are downing tools. One of them today, the other early next week. The strike action comes at a difficult time for the state logistics company. The Minerals Council, as I said, is saying that the deteriorating rail and ports at Transnet saw the mining industry lose 50 billion rand in lost opportunities so far this year. So let's get a background on why the strike is taking place. General Secretary of SATAWU Jack Mazibuko is with us. Jack, thanks very much indeed for your time. So we understand that the United National Transport Union down tools today at the Richards Bay and Durban ports. You haven't been very happy with the 3% hike offering coming from Transnet, and you downing tools on Monday. So just give us some background here.
No, thank you very much, and thank you for having SATAWU on your show. It is true that we have a long marathon of wage negotiations with Transnet. And then initially when we met with them, they have presented an offer of 1.5% to us, which it was against what members have demanded. Our members have demanded 13.5% across the board. And then the process went as far as going to the bargaining council, and then ultimately the commissioner have issued a certificate for parties to strike. Now, on this past Tuesday, the Transnet came back to us with a revised offer of 3% plus 1%, which in our view is 4%. And then they said that the 3% it is across the board, and 1% it will be paid as an extra share of 7,600 to all employees. We have taken that mandate to the members, and members have rejected that, and they give us a mandate to continue with the strike that will start next week, Monday.
Yeah. Let's just speak about the implications for this, because we've just heard now from the Minerals Council that, you know, as it is, without the strike, the deteriorating infrastructure of Transnet is costing the country billions, if not tens of billions. Are you not concerned? I mean, what do you say to people that say, look, the strike is going to even further dent, you know, the running of the economy? What do you tell them?
To be quite honest, if we can be honest with you as SATAWU, we tried our level best to avert the strike to a point where we are supposed to start our wage negotiations in April. But we start our wage negotiations very late. Throughout the wage negotiations, we've been begging Transnet to come up with a reasonable offer that will be accepted by our members. And unfortunately, the position of Transnet and their arrogancy, it has left us with no option but to go on strike. We are quite aware that the effects of the strike will affect the economy negatively. And then from our side, as the union, we've requested many interventions. We have write a letter to the Minister of Enterprise, Mr. Pravin Gordhan. We wrote a letter to the President where we are requesting an intervention. And we are told that they are still working towards our request. Unfortunately, the strike is a legal strike. We need to comply with all the legal processes, which we have done. But even beyond the strike that we are intending to have on Monday, if the parties are willing to, management is willing to come to the table, the union will always be available. But on Monday, all our members are going on protected strike.
Right, so you would essentially be joining the other union, who apparently we understand is on strike at the moment. The reason I asked you that is because reports are coming in now from the Richards Bay port, where we're receiving reports of disruptions, of even vandalism at the moment. Have you got any word on that taking place, and is your members in any way or the other involved in that?
Definitely, it's not the members of SATAWU that are involved on that. And we have, throughout our engagement with members, we have shown them the importance of embarking on a peaceful strike. And hence our strike is starting on Monday because we want to follow all the legal processes. Surely the people that are vandalizing the properties there is not SATAWU members.
Yep. Where is the strike going to hit the hardest, Jack?
I beg your pardon?
Where is the strike going to hit the hardest? In other words, what functioning around the ports you think will be hit the hardest when your members eventually join the others to go on strike?
The entire operation of ports will be seriously affected by the strike. And I must reiterate this point. It is not in the interest of SATAWU to take members to strike, but members left with no option. If the management does not want to come to party or at least come closer to a member's demand under these conditions that the members are living with, remember, we're just coming from the COVID-19, members are severely affected by that. So unfortunately, management left us with no option, really.
Yeah, all right, well, we'll have to leave it there. Well, thanks very much indeed for talking to us. Jack Mazibuko there is the General Secretary of SATAWU, talking to us about that strike that he will join on Monday. All right.